American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's number one.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris Schwiener. The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree
Wilhawk beef jerky is the best.
it might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Wilhawk beef jerky. Only available in Leduc. Get yours today, because you don't win friends with salad.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
At Sherwood Honda, SUV must stand for Sell Us Vehicles. Because if you have an SUV, Sherwood Honda sure would love to buy it. Any make, any model. If you're driving an SUV that's in good shape and yours to sell, you should turn around and head to Sherwood Honda for a really good price. And if you're not driving an SUV, that's okay. Sherwood Honda sure would still be happy to sell you a vehicle too.
This is Sports 1440 and the all-new Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
Presented by Wilhawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11 o'clock. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, Sam Wilness with you here at the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. Thank you guys for joining us on the program today. The show, as always, brought to you by Wilhawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhawkbeefjerky.com. If you're watching on the streams, you're seeing this. Look at this bag of edible gold dropped off by Trent Wilhawk earlier today. Also brought in some pepperoni. There's honey.
I just finished indulging in myself in a nice hot pep cheddar, honey regular, garlic? And I think it just said honey, but was it honey garlic? I would assume so.
Delicious. It's all good. I'd tell you, I'd say we're never more popular. We're never really popular around here. But then when Trent does a drop off,
all of a sudden everybody comes begging for our bags of meat.
People know our names.
It's like, hey, buddy guy.
You want a piece?
Please.
I think we can have some on air. Why not, right?
Oh, look at that. That's a big one.
I go for a smaller one here. It is delicious. Go pay him a visit. Out in Leduc, online at wilhawkbeefjerky.com. So damn good. We gave it to Sam, the intern. He said, well, Sam, why don't you crack the mic? It's a happy Friday today. We got jerky. How did you describe it?
So I described the jerky as almost tasting like a sausage more than anything. And then I described the pepperoni sticks as creamy.
How did you describe it?
Juicy.
Douglas? Juicy, creamy. You just got to get your hands on some. Out in Leduc. Go check them out. It is amazing. 1-833-401-1440. That is the text line. Of course, you can always jump in the chat on YouTube, Facebook. We can watch on X or Instagram as well. Wherever you're watching from, please hit that like button. We appreciate that. Lots to get to on the show today. Oilers lose. Not ideal. Offside review. Giveth and taketh. Takes a goal away from the Oilers last night. Helped them win a game the night before. Grey Cup this weekend. Riders Owls from Winnipeg. That's something to look at. You got the NFL again last night. The New England Patriots, with their easy schedule, taking advantage of it and picking up the win over the New York Jets very quickly. Adonis Mitchell, should he have caught a few of those balls? Or does Justin Fields need to throw better football? There's a little bit of a
both
debate.
Could be true. Justin Fields can get a lot better at throwing the ball, but some of those, I mean, it's the old adage? You can touch it, you can catch it.
Yeah. Maybe take a better route to the ball.
Now, was that the difference in the game? Hey, Jets covered. Depending on what line you got it at, the final one for Kevin and I on Sports Select was at 13.5. So I lost. I took the Pats to cover, and they did not, which is too bad, but that's okay. They still win in pretty authoritative fashion. It wasn't the best Patriots game they played this year, but did more than enough to win. Trayvon Henderson, I know we talked about it with Mike Dussault yesterday, and I asked about, once Ramondre Stevenson returns to the lineup, is there going to be a little bit more of a battle for number one reps and role? And he said, no, it's going to be Stevenson's job still. Watching Henderson play the last few weeks, I have a hard time buying into that notion. Now, you can't lose your job to injury, but the production has clearly been better with Henderson in the backfield. Yards per carry, touchdowns. 3 last night, 1 receiving. I really think that it's going to be his job to lose. And I took an extra note of watching him in some pass pro and stuff when on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Still not perfect, but I do think that maybe if you compare it to some film from his first few games as a pro, it's come a long way. Is it good enough now to be out there almost every down?
You think about it. Like, if you are an absolute liability in pass protection, you march out on the field.
Everybody knows what's happening.
Well, probably going to be running the football here, or maybe he's directly involved in the pass game. But quarterback sees blitz, needs his running back to stay in the pocket and help him out. All of a sudden, it's not going to work out very well. And even the best blocking running backs at times are going to be overmatched. You're going to get that matchup with a defensive end or linebacker who's clearly got the size or is elite. But yeah, when you're that inexperienced at it, because let's face it, stud running backs in college aren't being asked to block that often. Like, you work on it in practice, I'm sure, but yeah, let's just get this guy the ball in space and move forward with it. I think it's something you really hone at the pro level. So I'm with you though. Like, how can you deny his explosiveness, like breaking tackles? Like, he looks like an absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
Ramondre Stevenson's a good player, but why not shift a little bit more to the guy who could take it to the house on any play?
And if we're looking at this maybe in a little bit more of just real football sense as opposed to our fantasy lens, like, there's a really good problem to have if you're the Patriots, because you've got a reliable veteran who can get the job done as a pass catcher, as a runner. Hopefully he doesn't fumble in Stevenson when he returns. And then you've got, like, if you have these two options out of your backfield, especially in a spot where you don't have a lot of dynamic elements at receiver necessarily, you're setting yourself up for some success here. To be able to roll out either one or maybe even both of those backs in some 2 RB personnel.
Stevenson fumbled every game, it seems like, from MTR.
Yeah.
It sure felt like it.
He's addicted.
And yeah, like you said, like, I'm sure there was a little bit of with Mike Vrabel and company, like, okay, like, there's some fumbles, but for now at least, he's still the safer option. I think at this point, you're probably moving past it. Like, no, I think we might have to go with a guy who is a beast. Awful Lot says, what do you guys think of this trade? Kyron Williams and a 2nd-round pick for Jahmyr Gibbs.
I think whoever's getting Jahmyr Gibbs there wins by a lot. Kyron Williams is a good player. 2nd-round pick. You're obviously putting yourself in a tough spot for next year, assuming this is a keeper league. Gibbs probably a guy that can't be kept. Most likely would have been a 1st-round pick, depending on league format. So, yeah, this is somebody going all in, saying, like, my team is good, I can win the championship. I need to upgrade my running back position, and you're paying us heavy price to do it. But you're getting one of, if not the best fantasy running back in the league, the way he passes or catches and runs the ball.
I got him 3rd in
overall.
2 leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. If you get him, you're winning that trade. For the record, Ramondre Stevenson, 3 fumbles on the year. 2 came in one game. So
costly moments.
So
maybe.
in, what is it? 6 games he hasn't fumbled. But in 2 he has.
But he's got a
And
history.
Once was the Steelers with a loss. Does he have a history?
Yeah.
Let's go back and take a look. Last year, a lot of fumbled 4 times in the first 4 weeks. 1 per game. Lost 2 of them. Down the stretch, he was better, but only fumbled 3 times. Patriots were not a good football team.
On just the topic of fumbles, though, did you see the stat of Justin Fields? 46 fumbles since 2021.
It's a lot.
Most in the league in that time. And I think they didn't have this on the screen, but I think I heard it or saw it on Twitter after. I think he's lost about half of them, or just under half, maybe have been lost fumbles.
Well, that's on his offensive line.
Yeah, they got to be on that.
Got to be there.
That's their job to put their body on the line to jump on it, not his.
When they know he's back there, you got to be ready for fumbles.
Quick hands.
Playbook Vic. But this is pretty typical for running backs or rookie running backs. Second half breakout, get what you can out of the vet, let the rookie learn and practice, then you get fresh legs for the back half.
I think it depends a lot on the team.
I guess you'd have to go back and look at every rookie.
Yeah, like some guys, Ashton Genty, high draft pick, high potential coming out of college, they're handed the number 1 role right away, primarily because they're playing on a bad team.
Yeah.
Nobody really in front of them on the depth chart. Same could be said for the likes of Quinshaw Judkins once his contract and suspension issues were resolved. He pretty much jumped in and took over number 1 role right away.
Saquon going back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Handle the duties immediately.
And then, like, compare that to, say, Bucky Irving in Tampa Bay. Like, that was a progression of taking reps away from Rachaad White. And it did not take this long. It didn't take 10 weeks, but it wasn't right out of the gate. He was primary duties. White had keep in mind the Bucs running game was not good, even though Rachaad White was a really good fantasy running back because of his pass catching.
Yeah.
But like, they're like, we need to change something. So as soon as Irving started to have success, like, all right, yeah, it's your ball. We're not really seeing, or we didn't really see that with Henderson, because when he was getting his rare touches when Stevenson was still playing, he wasn't lighting it up like he has been now when getting the full workload.
MTR just says Gibbs had to wait. Yeah. You had DeAndre Swift was there.
Nope.
Gibbs.
First year
Montgomery.
was Montgomery. Yeah.
Montgomery.
When they drafted Gibbs, that's when they moved on from Swift if my memory serves me correct.
You still had Montgomery there to carry the load. It would have been the same this year. I'm a Chargers fan. I'm a Herbert fan, so I can say if there was health with the
running backs,
Najee Harris and Amari Hampton, the longer the season went on, I think that Hampton would have pulled away getting more carries. But that's just kind of it, right? Unless you're drafted like top 5 to a bad team where you're expected to be the focal point of the offense, I think that would probably be the trend where you work your way up, get better in practice, learn a few things, and then, fresh legs, as Playbook Vic said. Duke, we also have a $50 gift card to First Round to give away today. To take yourself down to the downtown location, see Franco, maybe have a beer, maybe you'll go for the food, maybe $50 worth of dessert. It's your choice.
That's a lot of dessert.
It is a lot of dessert. Now, I don't know how we want to give this away today. We'll do it via the text line or the chat on YouTube. If you want to text in 1-833-401-1440, or you could go to the YouTube chat and answer our question, Sports 1440 AM. Do you have a question?
In general or for this specific purpose?
Just a question about you're curious about our listeners.
What's out there? No. I don't know. I have nothing. Sorry, I'm not more helpful. I should have prepared.
How about this? Yesterday was International Kindness Day. What is the nicest thing someone's ever done for you? Text us 1-833-401-1440. I actually asked Jason Greger this question.
And?
Well, I forget what he said. What my response was, I once helped Jason Strudwick move something from a storage unit. And then on the way out, it was in like Winterburn. It was a snowy day. My car just went right off the side of the road. Couldn't stop it. So I was stuck in a ditch. 2 dudes just pulled up in a truck. Hey, man, you need some help? Pulled me right out.
That is nice.
It was really nice. That was like the nicest.
So like they had a rope or something to tug you out?
Yeah.
Or did they like manually push you?
I think they were like driving around like, we're just going to go be nice guys today and help people out. Because it was like really like
one of those days.
Slippery ones.
Yeah.
Honorable mention, Trent Wilhock coming by with beef jerky today.
This might top the list. This might be the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Yeah. Well, no, people aren't that nice to you.
No.
Sisters used to bully you.
Well, they didn't bully me. It's not bullying when they're your family. They're just mean to you. And that's okay, but they've done plenty of kind things for me as well.
You haven't named one.
Oh, they're always helping me out. Just as like family does. Nicest thing, Connor Halley teaching me how to work in radio.
The gift of radio. Retired bowler Ryan says, easy, but he took me on a weekend golf trip. That's quite nice. Daryl says, the nurses for my transplant. Whew. Yeah, that was kind. Now they did get compensated, I would assume.
Assuming it was at their paying job. But
yeah.
Here's the thing. Two things can be true. They can be there for their job, but they can go above and beyond with kindness to make your experience as painless as possible. And not even just from a physical standpoint, you're talking surgery, like just your emotional state, your mental welfare when in a spot like that.
Yeah. Shout out to healthcare workers. They are the best. 1-833-401-1440. The nicest thing someone has done for you. One person will win a $50 gift card to first round, and we'll pick a winner at the end of the show. Did you see the Vlad Guerrero Award? Entertainer of the Year? Is that what it was called?
What?
Yeah. Did you know that was a thing?
I did not.
Vlad won it. I thought that was an interesting one. I saw him like winning an award. I was like, oh, MVP? Like, what is this? No, it was just the Entertainer of the Year. Which got me thinking, who is like the most, like, in baseball? I feel like in other sports, it's a little more easy. Like in the past, like Connor McDavid, quite entertaining. Football, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, quite entertaining. Basketball, I mean,
Take your pick.
Pick your choice. LeBron James.
Depends on your style. Maybe you like the decorated dunkers. Maybe you like watching Steph get wet from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Maybe you like Victor Wembanyama just doing it all. Double-doubles every night.
Yeah, you've got the slender man playing basketball when you watch him. But in baseball, I feel like it's a little bit tougher. Like great catches, but you can't just tee up a great catch. A lot of things have to work out. The ball has to be hit to a specific spot.
You have to take a really bad route to your fly ball to make a diving catch.
Yeah.
Not all the time. It's a joke, but
like Kevin Pillar.
Yeah.
The guy always made unbelievable catches.
Unbelievable catches. And then like you dig into the analytics, it's like this guy is not the most efficient route runner.
But that's okay. So yeah.
Still got us out of our seats all the same.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
Electric.
Did you like him as an analyst as well?
I did actually. During the playoffs here, I thought all of Sportsnet's coverage was really good, top to bottom. And listen, most of them were the same folks that covered the team all year, which is nice because you get that perspective. But yeah, I thought Kevin Pillar was an excellent addition to the panel. He's such a likable guy.
Just trying to think of other, like, I always thought Jeter, like his little running towards third jump and throws were nice.
Yeah.
Jim Edmonds in center field made some nice plays. But I think
when you think about it, I
in
think
baseball.
Vlad is a pretty good candidate and obvious winner of the award because we're talking about, yes, he's electric at the plate, especially during the playoffs. It was awesome to see. But even playing first base, like he's an excellent defender, and then he's got as good of an arm as any first baseman in the league. And so when he guns guys out at other bases and like the 3-6-3 double play, like over to he picks it up, goes to second, and then gets it back again.
Yeah.
Stuff like those plays happen all the time because he's such a strong defender and such a strong thrower. I think he's very fitting and deserving of the award.
That play where it was supposed to go to first, but it was a bad throw, and Vlad goes right to 3.
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
Not directly,
No, okay.
but yeah.
That play, like that pops up every once in a while on my timeline. I'm just like, what a heads up
And
play.
he's surprisingly flexible for a guy of his physique. So when he's like stretching and digging balls out, like he can go full splits over there at the one bag. He's got a flair for the dramatic. So I think Entertainer of the Year's. You've talked me into it, or I've talked myself into it.
I'm just saying, I don't think that anyone else comes to mind.
No, I mean, like Shohei, he does unbelievable things at the plate and on the mound.
Too humble.
It's too casual.
Yeah, he gets MVPs. Here's my follow-up question. Shohei now has 4 MVPs. Does he catch Barry Bonds at 7? He's 31 years old.
3. He only need 3 more.
3 more to tie.
To catch him, I think he can catch him. Pass him, maybe not. I know that's only one difference, but it's 31.
Question: how long does he pitch for, as well? It's entertaining though, man. The guy's good. Text here. I think these are the nice things. People trying to get a $50 gift card to first round. Same thing happened to me when I went in the ditch. Some random fellas pulled up with toe straps, pulled me back onto the white mud. Yeah, it's really nice when the people do that. Trainer Mark says the nicest thing would be you guys picking me for this gift card.
So that would be the nicest thing. We want someone that's already happened.
Like Brandon, tough life. Not many nice things.
It's hard knock life.
Lance said, one time I was working up north for months. At the end of the job, I drove my car a kilometer, then it died. The alternator went. My coworker Andy stopped and hung out with me for 4 hours while we waited for a tow truck. Then drove to the mechanic. It was simple, but it meant a lot to me to not be alone in that month. Shout out to Andy. We were houseboating once and I fell and hit my head. My buddy Steve actually drove me to the hospital in like salmon arm. That was quite a nice thing for him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Had to give up on the party for a few hours. Kaylee said, I was behind a guy in Circle K grabbing energy drinks, and he just said add it to his purchase.
That's always a nice one, right? The drive-through, the path, pay it forward until you get the guy, like the Tim Robinson sketch. 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 shakes.
Stop. I'm doing something. Imitation Tom says, I legit don't understand people who see someone stuck and keep driving. I always think if that was my sister or mother, I'd want someone to help them.
So have you ever been on the other end? Have you ever stopped to try and help someone?
One time on Fox Drive, I pulled over to help a woman. She just drove up the curb. It made no sense. I thought she had a heart attack. So yeah. One time after the bar, me and my boys got out of the car once and helped someone. I once helped a guy, he fell over. He was just laying outside UPS on the ground. Old guy.
Oh.
So I was like, someone's got to go check on this guy.
Buddy, are you okay?
So I ran over and helped him up. He's like, thanks. I fell over. Like, yeah. How about you? You ever pulled anyone out?
Not pulled anyone out. I've gotten out, like I've pulled over and then gone out to like help push someone. Like same thing, like after a huge dump of snow and people are driving around like a lower vehicle and you can see them like spinning out, trying to get out from a parking spot on the curb or even like in the middle of an intersection or something. You just like pull over, throw the hazards on, run out and just try and give them a quick push to help move them along. So I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we do. Dean says a nice thing that comes to you is something my mom did for me. My friend and I were skipping class to play the Halo game in high school, but my mom was home. Normally not good at all, but instead of being angry, she let us use the big TV and even made us a bunch of sandwiches while we played.
That is a unique one.
Man, Halo is awesome. The original Halo. Cool.
So this was like, I was very young when that happened, but my cousin, he lived in St. Albert. We would come to the farm sometimes. And I would always hope he would bring his Xbox with him. And we'd hook it up to because he'd be staying up at my grandparents' house on the other side of the yard. And I would just, I really hope he brings it because like, this is the most insane thing ever. All I'd ever done was play like Crash Bandicoot on my PS1.
Yeah. Did he bring it often?
All the time.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. We pulled that move with our like Super Nintendo for family events. Probably me whining and my dad just like, yeah, go ahead. You can bring it. But another one from retired bowler Ryan. Another one, my buddy started GoFundMe page for us when my wife had cancer. Ryan, I hope she's doing okay. That was a very nice move. There could be an annual Jason Greger from oil field worker to Radio Empire Magnet Award. Who else went from oil to radio? I don't know how many there are. Cat Dad said I had my friend let me stay with him for a month while I waited for my O2B. Own to be finished after the lease expired.
I could say something like that would maybe be near the top of my list. My good buddy Chucky Slick, he let me move in with him while I was going back to school, and I went to Nate. And I was like, hey, I'd like somewhere to live where I don't have to sign a lease or anything, to be locked in because I don't know how long I'm going to be here if I have to move after for a practicum, stuff like that. And he let me live there for very cheap. It was really nice while you're going to school. So shout out my boy Chucky Slick.
Shout out Chucky.
And his wife Abby.
Yeah. I know you probably annoyed her when she was trying to watch her TV.
Oh, yeah. She loved reality TV. And I'd come home and be like, what's this crap? And I would just sit down and be like, who's that person? Who's that person? Why are they doing this? This show sucks. But I still was just glued to it, which I think is why reality TV works on people.
It's captivating. Very quickly, Will said, my wife saying yes when I asked her to marry me, then letting me leave the next day for a 3-month academic position in the UK. We planned our wedding via Zoom, and she's never really held it against me, despite it being really, really hard for her. Yeah. Will, shout out to your wife. Montana Rice says Halo 2 is goated. Yeah, we played the original. Okay, when we come back, we'll get to Darren, Mark, and a few other football questions. But if you want to get into kind things people have done for you for a chance to win a $50 gift card to First Round, you can let us know. 1-833-401-1440. It is Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
Performance by Action Electrical today. Their projects team kicks things off, designing and building with unmatched skill.
Then the service team swoops in for those crucial repairs and maintenance. And don't forget the testing team, ensuring everything's safe and sound before the solar team scores with sustainable energy.
A complete team effort. Have Action Electrical bring home a win for you and your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Aloha, Edmonton. It's back. Century Vision Care's 4th annual Maui Christmas event on Friday, December 12th from 9 to 5. Century Vision Care, Edmonton's biggest Maui gym retailer, is bringing the island spirit to your holiday shopping. Enjoy in-house savings on all prescription and non-prescription Maui gyms, plus giveaways, prizes, snacks, and beverages all day. Same-day eye exam appointments are available, and they direct bill most insurance plans, but spots are filling fast. Get ahead on your Christmas list and treat yourself to a new pair of Maui gyms. Visit Century Vision Care on Instagram.
The Hockey Super League is proud to launch its 9th season, delivering independent, borderless hockey. This year, over 125 teams will compete across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and for the first time ever, Colorado, USA, which showcase style action, cross-province rivalries, and a strong commitment to player development. The HSL is the premier destination for families seeking balance and athletes chasing the next level. The Hockey Super League. Hockey without limits. For athletes born in 2013 to 2018, visit hockeysuperleague.com to learn more.
Game on. Sports 1440 is your front row seat to the wild world of sports. Local legends, national headlines, and everything in between. Your game, your station. This is Sports 1440.
Hey everybody, it's Chief Principe and Jason Stredler. Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters and have some drinks with umbrellas in them, you could attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Jason Strudwick, Kelly Buchberger, Ron Lowe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. Don't miss out on every hockey fan's dream cruise, the Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. It's going to be one hell of a trip. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise, July 2026. Visit cast.tours/Edmonton or call 1-833-347-7678. Book now and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours/Edmonton.
At Sherwood Honda, SUV must stand for Sell Us Vehicles. Because if you have an SUV, Sherwood Honda sure would love to buy it. Any make, any model. If you're driving an SUV that's in good shape and yours to sell, you should turn around and head to Sherwood Honda for a really good price. And if you're not driving an SUV, that's okay. Sherwood Honda sure would still be happy to sell you a vehicle too.
You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:28. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Again, shout out to Trent for coming by this morning, checking out the studio and delivering us the goods. I'm thinking, Duke, Trent came by around 10:40 probably. You guys were in your final segment, so we couldn't, bring them in to talk to you guys.
I assume that's who just popped, because I missed him, but you popped your head into the studio here.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be all gone by the time we get out there.
Yeah, like you said, we are never more popular than days like this.
Hungry people in radio.
Mm-hmm.
We live for drop-offs. But yes, shout out to Trent. Go pay him a visit in Leduc. Only available in Leduc or online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. We had to ask you guys, for a $25 gift card to First Round, just the nicest thing someone's done for you. The kindest. In other words, Iron says, years ago, my wife and her friends stopped to help push a lady out of the snow when George Larocque came up and basically pushed the car out. Big George.
Big, strong man.
Yeah, I got this. No big deal. Much respect for your talk about doing stuff to help people that you sense needed help. Thanks and keep up the good work. Well, a lot of it's just stories from other people.
Well, we're happy to pass it along.
You know what? We did actually save Sam the intern's bike from being stolen.
That is true.
That was, if Sam would have piped up and turned his mic on, he could have said that about us.
He could have really propped us up there, made us look like good guys.
He's not here right now, so we'll give him a chance. Maybe we'll ask Sam, what's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you, Sam, when he gets back, and see what he says.
Thanks for laying a trap for him.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't when people saved your bike? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that like a $12,000 bike? That's exaggerating, but
it's expensive.
It was pretty expensive. Josh, we can't even turn your mic on right now. I was going to ask you. Yeah, you can run over, turn the mic on, or use the other one. What is the nicest thing someone's done to you? Because I asked the question and I saw your brain thinking.
Yeah, no, I was totally mulling over like, what's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me? There's so much like little things that people have done. I don't think I can really point out like, oh, well, this was a big nice thing someone did for me. Like, my parents always took time off of work to, like, if I was sick or when I got my wisdom teeth out, my dad worked from home for a couple of days so that, if I needed anything, I'd be helped out. My sister's done plenty of nice things for me, and my brother, as well as a bunch of different mean things. But not anything specifically nice where I'm like, man, that is the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. It's hard to come up with. How can you think about something like that?
I don't know.
Ashton at First Round, he comped me and my friends a round of drinks. There we go. Nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Good answer.
Good answer.
I think it was good Charlotte that said it's the little things.
I believe it was Blink-182 that said all the small
things. All the small things. All irrelevant. We'll go into the inbox here for elksnation.ca, weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and our very own Declan Kruger, breaking down the green and gold. It'll continue all offseason. They'll have alumni. They'll have current players. Of course, free agency, the draft. Lots to get to in the CFL, so those guys will have it covered. Also, read their articles, elksnation.ca. Mark said, hey, boys, I'm benching Seattle's defense against the Rams, but would you start Atlanta or Chicago this weekend? Now, we've debated, well, I don't say debated, but we've talked about Chicago in the past. Can be turnover heavy, but we've also seen them give up points. The Atlanta Falcons defense, I feel like they've done nothing but let me down, but they play Carolina. The Bears play Minnesota. Ooh, I still fear a little bit the potential of what Minnesota's offense could do. So I think I'd probably go Atlanta. In Atlanta, in the dirty South.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree. Like I'm heady on the Bears, but the Vikings, if JJ McCarthy can just, and keep in mind JJ McCarthy torched them in, albeit one quarter earlier this season, but it was enough to win the game for Minnesota. And the Bears defense, they have a ton of turnover potential, as you said, Connor, but like outside of that, they're not exactly world beaters. So I think going up against the Panthers, and it's a little bit of revenge factor because the Panthers whomped them a few weeks ago. I think Atlanta should be pretty motivated for this divisional game.
Would you even consider in LA playing the Seahawks defense?
Seahawks defense is really good.
It's a good group. Like there's some defenses you just roll with regardless of opponent.
Dude, I've been rolling the Texans defense every week this season, and partially because their defense needs to play good to keep them in games. But it's the number one defense in the league so far this year on across the board. So I would consider it, but I think the Falcons as an alternative is a good enough option. I would go that way.
Darren says you got to pick 2 full PPR. Jameson Williams, Chase Brown, Parker Washington, Tracy, Keenan Allen, BTJ, or Jerry Jeudy. I think I go Jameson Williams. For me, feel like Judy's a risk. BTJ hasn't been great all year.
He's
Playing the
coming off an
Chargers,
injury.
Coming off an injury. Chargers defense can be pretty solid. Am I thinking Chase Brown?
It's crazy. They're in Pittsburgh. The Bungles are.
I mean, if you're going off what we saw last week, Kamani Vidal had a pretty good game against them. Got to kind of run at
yeah,
you.
I think I might be with you. I don't hate the Parker Washington option actually, but if this were me, I'd be going Chase Brown and Jamison Williams.
Parker Washington for the Jags against the Chargers. Chargers are mad.
Is the Chargers defense good?
I don't know. It can be.
Well, sure.
It's
Anybody can be.
It's kind of hit or miss, to be honest with you. Chargers. Jags posted a thing on Twitter, probably all over their social medias. Last time the Chargers were in Jacksonville, and it was the comeback.
What a good bit.
Chargers fans are so mad.
Yeah, quit living in the past.
Yeah, move on. We're going to talk about how Trevor Lawrence went to the Waffle House after. That was a big story. Bryce says, hey, speaking of nice, did Brandon get my Wilhawks? I think you mentioned you were going to go out to Wilhawks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pop by on my way out of the city today. I'm leaving nice and early because I got to get to Delburn in plenty of time.
For the Outlaws?
Senior Outlaws tonight.
Is it?
Taking on the Irma Aces. So I think I'm going to pop in into the Leduc location in person and grab a nice little slew of goods. I don't know if it's going to be for Bryce. Bryce wanted to place a personal order. Told him he could do so, willhawkbeefjerky.com. But I might take some and see if the Outlaws win. Hey, treat the boys in the locker room post game to some action.
Are you going to walk into Wilhawk and whoever's working the till will be like, Brandon Douglas, Fantasy Frenzy?
And they'll be like, who?
That's your name?
Who dat? No. Probably not. I'm just going to go on and be like, give me all you got.
Everything.
This many bags of this many bags of this, etc.
MTR blocked. Tiger said, my son went out of gas on Deerfoot and a dude came and put some in, and my son phoned me and said the guy putting diesel in the car wouldn't start. Another guy stopped and put in gas, and he got on his way. So 2 people start to help my son. I was 3 hours away. I'm grateful for that. Well, putting diesel in your car, that's not really helping if it's not a diesel. That's sabotage. The intent is good. But that's crazy. How's the car doing? MTR actually
Probably not great.
MTR said who has more playoff wins. And that's why I just
T-Lar, J Herbs.
No. Who cares about playoff wins? How many Super Bowls do you have?
How many Super Bowls do you have?
Well, exactly. We're tied.
How many playoff wins?
It's like just Chase. I'm struggling here. Joe Burrow. How many playoff wins do you have? Who cares? How many rings do you have?
Ditto.
You know, it's like every year there's 31 failures, only one winner. Hey, Sam, welcome back to the studio. What's the nicest thing someone's ever done for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I got to think on that.
Nothing like recent.
Okay. I guess if we're going recent, someone baked banana bread for me.
Anything like more valuable than that?
What do you mean?
Like means of transportation?
Oh, thank you. Yes, Brandon Douglas. Thankfully, took me to a Edmonton.
Oh my god!
How about like someone trying to steal your bike and guys stopping it from happening?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh my god!
Brandon Douglas gave you a ride?
No, Brandon.
No, that was kind of him
picking me up for an Elks game. That was, man, you can't write that up any better.
Saving your bike, not nice, but not as nice as someone making you banana bread. The bar is low.
I really like banana.
Yeah, did it have chocolate chips in it?
Lots of them.
Did it have nuts in it?
No nuts.
But if it had some walnuts or something in there.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever had banana bread with nuts in
and
it.
Also, if it had chocolate chips in it, it's not banana bread, according to Strud.
Her Struddy. Well, there's got to be a different name for it, but
chocolate banana bread.
Let's take a break here. When we come back, we'll get to more text. If you have some random kindness that someone bestowed upon you, let us know. 1-833-401-1440. One lucky winner will get the only winner will get a $50 gift card to First Round. Again, 1-833-401-1440. Nicest thing that someone's ever done for you. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Japa Machinery Group knows that XCMG may not roll off the tongue, but Japa's team will help keep your construction jobs rolling on time and on budget with heavy equipment sales and rentals. Visit japamachinery.com to find out more.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Snow, colder weather, shorter days. November is officially here. But it doesn't all have to be bad news. If you're thinking about a new or used vehicle, now is the time. Massive savings, 0% financing, and don't forget tires at cost. Yes, that's right. We sell winter tires at cost. There's lots to celebrate in November. And as always, we'd like to thank all of those who have fought and served for our country. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
Across the province, Albertans are taking their shot on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you. Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
Legacy Heating and Cooling jingle auditions take one for Gene Principe. Are you ready, Gene?
Ready? I'm not just here to make a thermo a couple of bucks. I'd never just microphone it in.
Take one.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
Nice.
Boom! I'm a musical genius.
Legacy's going to love this for furnace season.
What's not to love with no interest and no Principe payments for 1 year?
Are you always like this?
Yep, unlike a furnace, I have no filter.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Aloha Edmonton, it's back. Century Vision Care's 4th annual Maui Christmas event on Friday, December 12th from 9 to 5. Century Vision Care, Edmonton's biggest Maui gym retailer, is bringing the island spirit to your holiday shopping. Enjoy in-house savings on all prescription and non-prescription Maui gyms, plus giveaways, prizes, snacks, and beverages all day. Same-day eye exam appointments are available, and they direct bill most insurance plans, but spots are filling fast. Get ahead on your Christmas list and treat yourself to a new pair of Maui gyms. Visit Century Vision Care on Instagram.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
From the local rinks to homes and businesses across the province, Alberta's rural natural gas utilities are here to fuel life affordably, reliably, and safely. We're members of the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops, providing natural gas to keep our rural neighborhoods warm and connected every day. It's local, dependable, and it's ours. To learn more about the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops and our members, and how natural gas fuels your community, visit fedgas.com. Alberta's energy. Game on.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back, Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by the world's best beef jerky, Will Hawk Beef Jerky, out in Leduc. Go pay him a visit or check him out online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh, and Sam with you here. Up next, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. course, it's Friday, so Steve Lansky will be by. And they're also going to have a special guest to talk about the Ben Stelter School Foundation. So keep it locked here on Sports 1440 for that. Declan, big Riders fan. We'll probably talk some Grey Cup as well. Then on the Jason Greger Show from 2 till 6. So we got a loaded one. Lots coming up. Shane Willis will join us. Shout out to Sam for booking his second guest. I've only asked Sam to book 2 guests, and he's got me 2 guests. He's batting 100%. We'll talk some Carolina Hurricanes with Shane Willis. We'll also have Wanye Gretz drop by. Dave McCarthy from SiriusXM NHL. We'll have Colin Livingston in the Cantorg Race Report since we missed it yesterday. Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. Craig Button, Spec, and LT. 5 questions as well. So lots going on the Jason Greger Show today from 2 until 6. Text rolling in here. Lance says, another act of kindness that deserves a shout out is all the people who gave me change on White Ave when I was a dirty punk kid trying to get money for tickets or beer or a record, or just to seem cool to my friends. I didn't deserve the change, but they were kind. It's like when Bobby Hill gets a job and he's just collecting change on the side of the road. Young Bobby Hill, Lance. But that is very nice when people do that. No name here just says that's some good bait. Yeah, we set Sam up in that last segment.
That was hilarious.
Now,
because we thought he got there. We're like, oh, all right, he's figured it out. It's like, actually, Brandon gave me a ride to the football.
When you said Brandon, I was like, I was there too, but no big deal.
I was fully about to be like, wow, just totally excluding Connor, but then he followed that up with gave me a ride to the Elks game.
I mean, that was a nice thing you've done, Duke. You're not eligible for the prize, but
darn,
very nice of you. MTR said, to be honest, someone baking or cooking for you might be one of the nicest things ever. Yeah, absolutely. If it's good. Either way, the intent is very nice. Diesel won't kill the engine as long as it's not too high of a mixture. If it's too high, it won't start. Would need a flush, but don't do it the other way.
Yeah, that's a general rule of thumb is like diesel is obviously not good for a gas engine, but because it's just like a more refined version of the same product, and that's putting it super, super simply. The other way around, don't do that. Do not put gas in a diesel engine.
I mean, I'm not a car guy. I wouldn't recommend doing either. If there's one to do, I suppose it's diesel in a regular engine, but Deanocracies, honestly, we could have all answered Jason Greger creating Sports 1440.
That was going to be one of my answers, like Jason Greger offering me this job.
Yeah.
Along with Connor Halley teaching me the ropes.
Well,
and that fateful 4-day stretch of filling in, learning from you and filling in for you. Wow.
And then I think you were going to fill in more for me.
Well, yeah, it was like the week before TSN got shut down. You text me, you're like, hey, I'm going to Vegas here for this week. Are you good to come fill in? Sounds great. Looking forward to it. And then, well, we all know what happened.
Did you text me after?
I did. On the day that the announcement, I was like, trying to keep it light. I was like, I'm assuming you don't need me to fill in for you anymore on these dates. Just kidding. Really sorry this happened. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help or whatever. But
and then I said, thank God I'll never talk to this guy.
Yeah,
again.
it's like Connor's like, delete this number.
I wonder if I still have
You probably
that
didn't. Actually, no, you did have it saved because I think it might still be my contact in your phone is Brandon the intern.
Yeah. No, you did become Brandon Douglas, but
Nice.
Donovan is still Donovan intern.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Sam, I think, is just his name.
Just Sam.
Yeah, I stopped calling people intern. Well, I didn't, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of the same in a lot of industries. Like you meet new people all the time, but people come and go.
Oh, when I was selling cars, like we would have a new salesman start like every other week. And I'd like, you introduce yourself, you be polite, but you kind of say, like, listen, man, I don't mean to be rude. I will remember your name when you're here for like a month.
Yeah.
Because in that industry, there's a lot of turnover. So
it's like Tony Brar was a street teamer at Bell when we were there.
Crazy.
I didn't know that. He's like, I met him, but it was just like
didn't register at the time.
If you're working and you talk to like someone really quickly, obviously it's like a couple of times, obviously I'll pick it up, but obviously Tony did pretty good for himself. 1-833-401-1440. Rod says, one New Year's, my wife and I were on our way to a club and my wife hit a curb and we got a flat. A young couple saw we were dressed up and older. They stopped and a nice young man changed our tire and we gave him some money. A nice way. Very nice of them. That is nice. Changing a tire. I did that for my wife. When we first started dating. It was the day after my birthday. very tired. She called me.
I bet.
Can you come help me change the tires? Like, I better do this.
And you're like, do I like this woman that much? Turns out you did.
Turns out it ended up working out pretty good for me. A few more here. Wasn't just one person, but Titan says during the COVID lockdown, we were unable to get together to celebrate my 40th. So my wife was able to get a few friends to chip on a new guitar for me. I was tickled pink. That is very nice.
That is nice.
MTR says my cousin's mother-in-law put a full tank of gas into his diesel truck. Brutal.
That's a tough scene.
Trying to do the right thing. But yeah. Be aware while you are alive to remember all the countless loving things your parents have done for you. From Elmer Fudd. That's true. That's kind of what Josh had for his. It was a good answer. Now that I am a parent, the sacrifices we make.
Benny better know. Actually, that's what I should be doing. I should just be documenting all the things you tell me about what you do or the sacrifices you make for Benny. And then when he gets older, I'll just give it to him written down on a piece of paper. Yeah, here you are, son. You don't know me, but.
So this is the first text I have in my phone from you. It was, hey, Brandon, how are things going? Hey, Connor, things are good. Keeping busy with some Blue Jays stuff over here at the Nation. How have you been? Enjoying the bit of extended time off?
That was after, though.
Yeah, man, I'm unemployed. Yeah, this was July 30th. This is when things were starting to pop up with Sports 1440.
Right.
And we were like, kind of like figuring things out. But I don't have anything about you checking.
So you obviously did delete the conversation thinking I will never talk to this guy again.
I did also.
Because you are a notorious non-conversation deleter.
I'm not. And that's why this was a new phone I got like a month before the station popped up, because I was getting out of I was on a bike ride and I dropped my phone and it shattered the screen. I was livid. So yeah, that's the latest one we have.
Yeah. Thanks for the kind words. Beat it, loser. That was your last message. Never sent, but typed out in the drafts to me before you just deleted it.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well, some things are better left unsaid. Lance on the south side said, something I've done. I took my father, 83 years old, and father-in-law, 75, and my wife's aunt from Vancouver, 69. The jokes, that's not a joke, as I run a profit senior center, definitely not for profit. So you took them all in?
They live with you?
Lance says, another great kindness when Connor Halley gave me a beer umbrella. Well, you got to come out to the Elks watch
Does
parties.
the umbrella protect her from beer, or is it made of beer?
It's Coors Light.
Oh, nice.
Pattern. Yeah. It's a nice one. It was just so cumbersome. Declan Kruger
Look
walking
who it
by.
is. Star guest of the Kevin Carey show.
I heard him on the show. I kind of thought he was Eddie Steele the way he was talking football.
Speaking of text messages between those of us here, I don't even think he'd hung up the phone yet. I look over to my cell sitting on the desk here beside the board. Text from Declan. Did it sound like I know ball?
Did it?
Oh yeah. Declan does know ball. These are the facts.
Lance follows up that on the south side, yes, they all live with me.
Oh, that is nice.
I bet you could get some great stories. Them reminiscing.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, it just made me think of in an episode of Community. Actually, I think it's the very first episode when Chevy Chase's character, who's the senior
Pierce,
and Jeff Winger, he's like, Pierce has wisdom. We should listen to him sometime. I'm sure we'd learn something. And then Pierce starts to say something, and Jeff just immediately cuts him off and continues on in his little speech.
Good show.
Awesome.
Sneaky good show.
The best. I think it's my favorite show of all time.
Austin Matthews on the IR, in case anyone missed that. Did you know that?
I did. Yeah.
Did you know Dalton Kincaid not going to play against the Bucks this weekend?
I did.
Did you know the Blue Jays are showing interest in Edwin Diaz?
I did.
Do you think that he would have the best entrance of all time if he signed with the Blue Jays?
Oh, if he kept the Timmy Trumpet thing coming out at the... And listen, the Mets, they're not the Athletics. Like, they're a great environment, great crowd. But I do think in some meaningful games that would hit a little different at the Rogers Center. That would be pretty slick.
Also, Davis Alexander says he'll be ready for the Grey Cup. He does not lose.
What are you? What's your prediction for Sunday afternoon?
I said Riders yesterday. Trevor
to
Harris.
win. Do they cover? Last I saw was 4.5.
Yeah,
I think so too.
You never know what's going to happen in the CFL. You can say you do, but you have no idea.
I think Davis Alexander might start the game. I'm not totally convinced he's going to finish it.
That's a hot take.
He's 13-0 as a starter. He's also been in the league for 2 full years, and he only has 13 starts.
I think more than that, isn't it?
His record now?
I think he's been in the league for like 4 years, I thought.
Well, like as a full-time starter for 2 years.
Yeah.
So the best ability is availability. And without him, you and I were kind of talking about this off air yesterday. I don't even know if McLeod Bethel-Thompson's healthy enough to play, or all of a sudden you're trying out your third-string quarterback in the CFL and the Grey Cup. Not in a recipe for success.
Yeah. The Riders, I think, will be throwing some hits.
I think they're going to be physical. It's good. They got a good defense, and I think Trevor Harris had a great year. So he's just got to protect the ball, keep it in safe spaces, and they've got the playmakers to win the game for sure.
You say best ability is availability, and ball security is job security.
Also true, which is cliches central in here today.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, it should be a fun one. It's going to be a great weekend of football. We got college football. I got the Grey Cup, of course. Once the Grey Cup wraps up, you can flip over to the Sunday Nighter, which is Lions-Eagles, I believe. That's a heck of a game. Plus, you got the Oilers tomorrow taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. 5 o'clock start. That means pregame coverage with Walker, Paulson, and Ferraro will get going at 4 o'clock, and then we'll have postgame as well. Tomorrow, you also got the Saturday Sports set up, followed by the basketball show with Paul Sir and Josh Fenwick. So, what's going on here?
Busy time. Never stops.
Check your phone if you got in on our little discussion about the first round gift card. We'll pick somebody in the next 5 minutes once we go to the bar and have some more delicious Wilhock beef jerky. For everyone here, thank you guys for tuning into the show today. We'll be back on Monday to do it all over again. Don't forget to set your fantasy football lineups, and we'll get to a Sports 1440 update right now. Brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Brought to you only in the Duke or online at wilhockbeefjerky.com.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Four games in the NHL tonight as the Predators take on the Penguins from Avicii Arena in Sweden. Canucks head to Carolina. Flyers take on the Blues in St. Louis. Wrapping things up, the Islanders go head-to-head with the Mammoth. Oil Kings on the road tonight as they head to Victoria to take on the Royals. Puck drop at 8 p.m. In the BCHL, the Saints hosting Vernon and the Crusaders heading to Brooks. And in the AJ, Devon heads to Canmore and Camrose hosts Drumheller. 9 games across the NBA, including the Knicks hosting the Heat. 76ers go head-to-head with the Pistons. Lakers head to New Orleans. Clippers square off with the Mavs. And wrapping things up, Wemby and the Spurs go head-to-head with the Warriors. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide here on Sports 1440. This has been your Sports